Hello and welcome to Mark Kelly's Trips, Tips and Things. So today we're off on another eating adventure. We're here at Blacklock and just to put it in perspective, look behind, can you see that? There is the walkie-talkie building. So we're here on Philpot Lane, we're about to go and eat, but before we do, take a little look up there. Can you see that is the London's smallest statue? It's actually two mice fighting over some cheese. You can see that right there. Can you zoom in?
Yeah, just.
So the story goes that apparently two workmen were actually up some scaffolding and they were fighting over their lunch and they crashed and died. So as an ode to them, they actually created the mice fighting over two bits of cheese. They even had to paint it red because people just can't see it. Anyway, you can also see it on our little QR code here if you're interested. But enough of that. We're hungry, we're going to go in and eat. Now, but before we do, please like, share and subscribe to this video. It helps us make more, and you know we love making videos for you guys. Plus as well, don't forget you can join us on our lives every Tuesday and every Friday, 6 PM UK time. Anyway, let's go.
Got our appetizers. Unfortunately he whipped away the menu, but we have put the menu at the beginning, and I have ordered the all-in, but I ordered it for one because I asked, because normally it's for two people and it's £24 per person, and in that you also get these little appetizers here. So I've forgotten all of the ones that he said, but I believe this one is the anchovy one. I want to say this one's the chicken one, and I think this one is the vegetarian one, but I need to have a look at the menu and I will pop them in the description on the screen. So, now. So I'm going to try each one of them individually and let's see. So here we go. Let me try them individually. Look at this one.
Looks good.
Okay, let's go. Here we go. It's a little bit sour.
Oh dear.
Spicy. Not a bad sour, but a little bit sour. It's good. It's not something that I would order, I think, separately, like, because they do have it, if you want to order it separately, you can. But I don't think it's something that I would order separately, but it's okay, it's alright. So, this next one, look at the height on it.
That's a beautiful little tower there. Is that peppers in there? Yeah, peppers. It looks like peppers and, is it sauerkraut, maybe?
I don't know if it's chilli.
Okay.
That's probably chilli right there, rather than peppers, but we're about to find out. So, here we go.
Oh, the never-ending coastal.
There's a little bit of sharpness to it. A little, well, I don't know what it is. I don't know what type of dressing pay for because, like I said, I think they sold them. I don't know if it's like £3 per. I don't know what you call them, aperitifs or yeah. So I don't know if I would pay for them separately. So I'm glad it's included. But it's okay. So on here you can see the little roll of anchovy right there.
Look at that, and his own little nest of onion.
Yeah, eggs and onion. So let's give this a try. I think out of all of them, this is probably the one that I prefer. I do like raw onions. I've not managed to get a bit of the anchovy yet. It's good. A bit messy though, as you can see. But out of all of them, that's probably the nicest, and I like the sharpness of the onion as well. And the anchovy is nice and salty. So yeah, complements the egg. Try this deliciousness. Now this is the all-in but for one.
So they allowed us to have the all-in but just for one. Normally it's £24 per person, you have it for two, but Kelly's having it on her own as I don't eat this meaty substance. But talk us through what's there. So you've just... Okay, so
we've got pork belly, it looks like, and steak underneath there,
really
and also lamb.
Yeah.
And I think pork chop and a lamb chop, I think,
wow.
as well.
And it's all undercut because if you look underneath, you've got bread which soaks up all those meat juices.
Yeah. So let's go for it. Okay. Do you know what? I'm going to try with the bread first.
I'm surprised you're trying the bread first.
Do you know what? I want to see how much of the juice it's soaked up. So.
Good.
That's really soaked up the bread. I mean, really soaked up the juices. So good. Right. It's a bit chewy. It's not as soft or as melt in the mouth as I would like it to be, but it's good.
That's the steak, yeah?
Yeah, I believe so. Now, they didn't ask me how I wanted it done. I think this is rump. So it's so as you can see, it's a little bit too pink for me, but you can understand why, because it is a little bit chewy.
Okay.
Or should I say, that's the more well done part. So let me try the not so well done part. Yeah. It's still chewy, just not as chewy, but still chewy. Now what I like about this nice layer of fat running through that. Now I'm not a bone-in chop type of girl, but the reason why they leave the bone in, it gives the meat more flavour. So try this. Let's see. It's really good. This one's the pork. This one's the lamb. You can see it's slightly pink.
Yeah.
For the lamb. So, good. Slightly a bit chewy again, but it's good.
Go for the pork belly.
This is pork belly. Now, you can see it's slightly burnt here, so it's going to make it a little bit tough. Well, that could be bone actually.
Stuck it at the end.
Yeah. So there's bone here. So let me see if I can get a bit at the end. Okay, here we go. Good. I think out of all of them, it's probably the pork belly.
Oh really? That's going to be your favourite, so you're recommending the pork belly?
Yeah. I think it's the softer of the lot, and there's flavour in that, and I like the ring of fat down here. I say ring of fat, but you know, the strip of fat. But equally, this is probably I think the pork bits are probably the nicest, and then maybe the lamb, and then perhaps the steak.
Okay.
So the steak wouldn't be first, but the the pork belly, the pork chop, then the lamb, then the steak. But that bread soaks up all the juices, so good.
Okay, right, so I'm going to go for mine. Now this, we've had this here before, well I've had it here before, but it was a wrap last time I came. It had this sauce line, lemon sauce I believe, it was a while ago we came here. I didn't like the sauce at the time, but this is now, it looks like it's on either couscous or...
like a quinoa.
Yeah, quinoa or bulgur wheat, we'll see.
Yeah.
Alright, let me try it.
Some type of grain.
Here we go. That's actually really nice.
Yeah? Is that nicer than last time?
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
We'll link the video below of the last time.
This is definitely an improvement. The wheat goes really well with it. I think it's potato in there, and the potato and the halloumi cheese goes really well together. Not too oily, but it's all covered in oil. So I think it's been fried. That's really tasty. A little on the small side, portion-wise.
Yeah.
But other than that, the taste and flavours is definitely there. I like that.
Oh wow.
I'm liking that a lot.
Wow, wow, wow. He's going in for a second.
I can taste the kale. There's cabbage or kale in there. And that's really nice too. And that all combines really good. Yeah, this is a nice meal. So if you're vegetarian or pescatarian, you don't want the meat, I would recommend eating this. If you've got a big appetite, get some sides because it is a small portion.
And the sides that we got are right there, so we're going to try those in a moment.
Okay, it's quieter out here, so we're going to do a little final thoughts on Blacklock. What did you think?
I thought it was good, but I do feel there are probably other better places to go. I think the meat for me was a little bit tough, even though...
Oh, really?
Yeah, even though they did it sort of medium, I just felt like that this was the steak. I think it was rump, and I just felt like it was still a little bit tough. It wasn't like nice, it wasn't melt in the mouth or anything like that, but you are talking about £24.
Yeah, I was going to say, now I've got to say, I thought that was really good value for money. £24 in central London.
Yeah, for sure.
And you got what, 4 or 5 different meats?
Yeah, so I got like a pork chop, a lamb chop, a steak, and then like a strip of what looked like pork belly, and then some bread that soaked up the juices. We got like 3 little canapes, and then we got a side to go with that. So for £24, it's really, really good value for money.
Now, bear in mind the sides are extra. The £24 did not include the sides.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, on your one it didn't.
Ah, I didn't know that.
On your one it didn't, but on my one it did.
I didn't know that. There you go.
Yeah.
That's like even better value. So, so let's go through the bits as well. What did you think of the canapes?
I thought they were okay.
See, now I really like the canapes. There was one that I had which had the cheese base on it. That was delicious. But I love the sort of vinegary element of that as well, and it cut through. Now I know cheese is not your thing.
Yeah, but I think, you know, like I said, there was a little bit of a sharpness to it and things like that. That's also not really my thing. It was, but you know, it wasn't bad or anything like that. Just wasn't to my sort of like taste kind of thing. But it was okay. It was good. I thought for it to come with the actual meal was really good. It was, like I said, really good value for money. The staff in there were really good.
Yeah, the staff were brilliant. I must say they were very kind, very polite. Our server was really attentive. He was always smiling, kept asking us if we wanted anything else. But yeah, so tell us a bit more about your main.
Okay, so I had all the meats on the main, but I didn't think they were brilliant. I didn't think they were, you know, I thought they were good, but I didn't think it was, you know, they were like other. I just feel like, don't get me wrong, value for money was great, but I think that we could have gone to other places and gotten just better meat. It would have cost more, of course.
Yeah.
It would have cost more, so that's what you have to bear in mind. And I do think, like you say, for central London, now there's Blacklock, there's a few places. We came to the one in the city because we knew it was going to be the least busy.
Yeah.
Well, I knew it was going to be the least busy compared to when we went to Covent Garden and all of that. Now I will link him below because we've been to Blacklock twice. One to do their Sunday roast, which was in Covent Garden, and then another time I think was in like 2021.
Yeah, it was a long time. Actually, maybe earlier than that. I can't remember now. But so just bear in mind, we've come on the Saturday. The Sunday menu is different. That's the full roast. We've gone for the Saturday menu.
Yeah.
I'll talk a bit about mine. So as you can see here, with my one, you had the what's the cheese again? I've forgotten the cheese. The cheese was the...
Oh, it was...
halloumi.
Halloumi,
That's the word. Yeah. Halloumi. And I believe it was bulgur wheat with that as well. Could have been quinoa. But that was nice. I've got to say, that was delicious. And with the little bits of potato in there. And you could have the kale. So it all worked really well. Now, in the previous video, as Kelly said, they used to do it as a wrap. And I remember it came with this lemon sauce, which I didn't like. This version for me was much, much better. Great value for money. £13. Portion size
£14 even.
13 was it, or 13?
No, 14.
Oh, it's a £14.
£14. Sorry,
£14. Good value for money, I thought, as well. Portion size a little on the small side for me, but I do have a big appetite.
Yes.
But I thought that was good. The star of the show for me was that sweet potato.
Agreed.
That was delicious.
Yeah,
it
agreed.
was melt in the mouth. It was really soft. The spices and the herbs they had with that as well was really delicious, especially with the salt. And also as well, I really thought the salad was okay. I was a little small for £4.50, £5.
Yeah, it was £4. I think the salad was £4.50, and then I think the sweet potato was £4. I think, but I'll have to look on the receipt because I think you had to pay extra for your 2 sides.
Yes, I did.
But my side came with my all-in So that was good. And the all-in was, they did do a minimum for 2 people, but I did ask could they possibly do it for 1, and they did. So they were very kind, and were able to do it for 1 person, because I really wanted to try that. But I wonder if I had gotten something that was maybe more cooked to order, perhaps, like not saying that there wasn't cooked to order, because it was, but I wonder if I had gotten the pork belly bap or whatever, because there were some other things, whether that would have been cooked differently. Like I assume, like when you're doing something an all-in, because I reckon that would be a popular thing, it's probably cooked all together and all of that type of stuff. So and they didn't ask me how I would like any of my meats.
Yes, because yours was quite red inside, wasn't it?
Yeah.
When we looked at, you can see from the inside, it was quite red. But yeah, I do think that. So you could maybe, if you ask, just have that as a tip. Maybe ask away if you like it well done. Tell them before they cook it. Otherwise, they're just going to cook it to that style.
But I think the last time when we came in to the city one, the very first time, they did ask us.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. They did ask us how we wanted it cooked, and that was when Alicia was with us, and I'll link that in the description below. But yeah, when we had it that time, they asked us how we would like, and Alicia and I said, you know, well done, medium to well done. So I think that, yeah, it's a tricky one, really. It's very tricky.
Well, there you are. So the burning question is, would you come again?
Yeah, I would.
I would too.
But do you know what? I would do a more. But the thing is, as well, the last time when we came, they had 2 dishes, 2 vegetarian dishes. Now they only have 1.
Yes, they do. Now, obviously, not really catering for veggies. I always have the vegetarian, just so I can show anybody going to these places you can have some sort of vegetarian option, which they did have. But it was quite nice. Anyway, it's getting a bit busy up here, so we will leave it there. Thank you again for watching Mark and Kelly's Trips, Tips and Things. We will see you very, very soon in the next video. Until then, look after yourselves, take care, and remember, you are never too old to have fun. Bye for now.
Bye for now.